Right, I'll just, I've got my scarf on and stuff. It's been freezing outside. This is my first live back in a while. This is a long time. But the kids went back to school today and I am back to normal. So I'm back to mum's at normal time. The girls have given mum her breakfast. So she had a lovely omelette, I think. I've just gave her a cup of tea and a little cherry bakewell. And so yeah, before the mayhem of breakfast and lunch begins and getting some hoovering done, I thought I would pop on here and say hello and see how you are all doing after Christmas. How is everybody? Try to get into a good spot. It's a wee bit dark in here. Apologies for that. It's a wee bit dark in my mum's room. I'm in my mum's at the moment. Hi Steve, nice to see you. Good morning, Deanna. I have been so quiet on YouTube for 2 weeks now, so I thought I'd hop on here today and just let you know that I am coming back tomorrow with some videos. Hi, Joe. So yeah, tomorrow I will return with one video, and then I'll be back on Elvis's birthday with 2 videos. And then it's daily after that. I've got filmed loads of videos right up until the middle of... I know, Buddy Holly glasses, you're right. I can't see a thing, see, Steve. If I can do all my videos and go about in my daily life without my glasses. But if I have to read these comments that are tiny, I need my glasses. If they're far away, it's really bad. If I'm close up, I can see perfectly. But if it's far away in tiny text, I can't see. So yeah, these are my Buddy Holly glasses indeed. Good morning, Jimmy. Yeah, I know. Let's hope for a great year for all of us. Oh, thanks, Joe. Hi, Zankana. I hope I said that correctly. We've missed you. Oh, thank you. I've missed everybody. Hi, John. Nice to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. I have a little bit of a cold as well coming in. It's not COVID, although most colds are COVID, I've heard, from what things are going crazy on the news at the moment. But yeah, I have a little bit of a cold. I feel a little bit lethargic, but it's after Christmas, isn't it? Hello, Peyton Place. I love that, Peyton Place. Peyton Place. Good morning from Tennessee. Good morning from the UK. Hi, Gemma. Dolores. Hi, Michelle. Just found out I tested positive. Oh, Dolores, but you're feeling good. Well, I'm so glad. As long as you're feeling good, that's the main thing. When I had COVID, I felt a bit rubbish for like 3-4 days. And then after, I felt back to normal. I have the dreaded COVID. Oh, Joe, that's what I was just... Can you believe it? Do you hear the drilling? Do you hear the drilling? Oh, man. Who is it that says to me it's not alive without drilling? Oh, why are they always drilling? Hi, Dennis from Germany. Hi. Hope you feel better, Joe. I know that's what I was saying. If you have a cold now, you're generally going to have COVID if it's Omicron, because it's really like very cold-like symptoms, isn't it? Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel, which is an amazing channel. Pop on over. The drilling, Jimmy. Jimmy, what is it about me and drilling? I just don't know. It's been quiet in my mum's house since I came in at 9 o'clock, and now, so this live might not last long, guys, because the drilling's gonna infuriate me. Right, Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel, please pop on over and have a look at his channel, Steve's channel. It's amazing. It's for the fans, and it's made by an amazing fan. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. I'll be talking to Mike James on Splinterwood Radio on Mike James' Big Breakfast Show Friday on his Elvis birthday special. Oh, wow. Steve, you're going to have to share some links for that. If you put that on Facebook or something and share the links so that I can follow it and listen to it, that'd be absolutely amazing. I would love to hear that. Good luck. I can't do stuff like that. I'm too nervous. Hello, Elvis Austin from the States. Hiya, Agnes. I hope you're all in a happy, healthy, and a good frame of mind. You are making my day. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad. I hope you have a very happy and healthy 2022 as well. Joe, thank you. Feel a bit rotten. Oh my goodness, I know how it feels, Joe. Oh, I felt so bad with COVID. Honestly, my husband was great and my kids didn't have any symptoms, but I did. And today I feel really bunged up, and I was thinking, well, I might have to do a lateral, but you don't do laterals if you've got signs and symptoms, do you? You have to do a PCR. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that if it carries on. Hi Paul from sunny Shropshire. Aiton, hi. May 2022 bring happiness, health and peace. And lots of love for Elvis fans. I love that. Joe, wow, Steve, that's amazing. I know, isn't it amazing? We'll have to share your links, Steve. Or are you going to put it on your channel maybe? Because that would be good. Because I know that you can tape stuff like that, can't you? And put it on your channel then. Love you. Oh, thank you, Mr. My Name Elvis. Love watching your videos from Norway. Oh, thanks very much. I'm so glad that you watch them. I know it's difficult with translation because I can't find how to do subtitles on my channel. I just don't know how to do it. And so many people have asked me, and it's beyond me. I don't know how to do it. I will try though. I'll keep trying. It's your channel, but welcome back. Thanks. I know it's been a really, really nice. Oh, there. Did you have a good Christmas, Michelle? I really, really did. It was really nice, and it was nice to have a bit of peace and quiet in the house. It was just like lovely, although it wasn't very peaceful really, if you think about it, because the kids were off and I had to go down to my mum's every single day, of course, because it's Christmas time. So it was quite busy, but it just seemed peaceful. I don't know. What do you think on Elvis is the Man's channel? Oh, I love Elvis is the Man. I watch him regularly. I always watch when he puts up a new video or if it's something that interests me. So yeah, I mean, Elvis is the Man is great. And he's really, I love his interest in the 70s. He's got a real in-depth interest in the 70s. And I love the 70s as well. So, for sure. Woof woof to Fudge. Without Fudge, there's no family. You're right. Where is Fudge? Fudge is somewhere. He's here. Don't worry, he's here. He was through having a sleep. He's not used to the early mornings either because my husband's been off on holiday with me. So that's what it's been. It's been peaceful because of that. Di's been off for 2 weeks now. And it's been really, really nice. And we've just been doing family time, spending time together. And I've just loved it. So he's back to work today. So Fudge is up early. He's not liked it. Hi Lynn. Elvis is the Man, sorry. Oh, no, Dennis, I know exactly what you meant. So don't worry. Joe, are you watching Elvis tonight on BBC Two, Michelle? Oh, what's he on tonight? Let me know. I haven't looked. Jimmy Carson, yeah, I miss Fudge. I know, I do too. Where is he? He'll come through. Don't worry, he'll be here. Elvis Austin, have you checked out Ashley's Adventure? Of course. Oh my goodness, of course. Ashley's Adventures, I love them. Ashley Drew. I watch her lots of times, loads of times. And I follow her on Instagram. Her pictures are amazing. The photos she puts up are just epic. When she puts them up on her Facebook, on her Instagram. Yeah, I really, really like Ashley. She's so, so cool. I really enjoy watching her, and she's really insightful. And obviously she is a major historian. That's what she likes to do. So it's Elvis and Graceland especially, which is her specialist subject. And it's pretty epic. You can find out lots from Ashley. Gemma, hi Joe. I didn't know that Elvis was on BBC Two today. Do you know what time? Right, Viva Las Vegas. Right, okay. I taped it the last time Viva Las Vegas was on BBC Two. It was epic picture on BBC Two. I was chuffed to beans. So I taped it on there, even though we've all got on DVD, haven't we? But you have to get the ratings up. I always watch them just to get the ratings. And it was really good picture. I was really impressed. I wish they'd play more on BBC Two and things like that. That'd be great. I was asked to check out Elvis Back on Tour channel. It's supposed to be very... Oh my God, John, it's fantastic. Elvis Back on Tour is really good. My husband's into that. Mega. And he found Elvis Back on Tour, oh my gosh, last year, ages and ages ago. And their channel is fantastic. These guys, it's a father and son, and they just travel around the country and go to places that Elvis had been on tour. But honestly, there's one that gave me goosebumps, because what they do sometimes, if they can, is they'll go to the venue, show you before pictures and the venue at the moment, but then they'll play a little bit of Elvis music. from that venue as they're going into the stadium, and it gives you goosebumps when they do it. Sometimes they can't match the sound with the place because they don't have the audio or whatever. But oh my goodness, it's fantastic. I absolutely do love their channel. Their Instagram also, Elvis Back on Tour, is so good. Please look at that, because they do the before and afters, and then they'll kind of like have, oh, I can't explain it, but you'll have to go and see it. It's really cool. I recommend their channel completely. Let's see, here we go back. Peyton Place, hoping to head to Memphis tomorrow for my birthday. You lucky thing. Enjoy yourself and give Elvis a kiss from us. Oh, it's on quite late, Gemma, 10:45 I think. He's on Saturday as well. I love a good look, Joe. Thanks so much. And thanks for putting it on here in the live so everyone can go and give some ratings to Elvis. Good morning, Yamalith. It's nice to see you too. Thanks so much. Gemma, what's the programme called tonight and Saturday? I think it's Viva Las Vegas, Gemma. But have a look on BBC Two on your planner and it'll show you. Hi, Susie. So lovely to see you again. We've missed you very much, but I hope you've had a wonderful time with your precious family. I did. I was just saying there, it was so peaceful and so quiet, and Di was off, and it wasn't peaceful and quiet at all. It was really busy, but it felt peaceful and quiet, which is the main thing. How did you get on, Susie? I hope you had a really nice Christmas as well. Dennis, what do you think of the fake Elvis videos? Looks really real. Unbelievable. They look really real. I mean, it's insane. I'm not like mega watching it every single minute of the day, and I don't want to watch it regular. I'd rather watch Elvis, but I love technology like Elvis did, and the technology is pointing to what's going to be epic in the future, and we might see it in our lifetime, these epic things that go on, but we might not. So it just gives you that little taste of what's to come. I mean, the things that are coming is going to be amazing. So yeah, it gets you excited for technology, I think. Elvis Austin. Most of the Elvis channels are really good and want you to know Elvis from a historical point, but there are a couple who are glory hounds, and you could tell they are. Yeah, Elvis Austin, you're right. You get in every walk of life, don't you? There's always someone who's not doing it for the right reasons. And then there's other people who are doing it for the right reasons. So like Ashley Drew, you can tell she puts a heck of a lot of work into her videos. She's there to provide an amazing historical viewpoint of Elvis, which is epic. And then you've got like things like Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel, doing amazing interviews, doing a live every week, and it's just getting Elvis's name out there, making sure Elvis is present on YouTube, showing that people still love Elvis as much as before, and still forever. And I think that's pretty exciting. And so every Elvis channel that comes up, we've got to support it, got to love it, as long as it's pure and they have good intentions. And that's what I mostly want on my channel. It's just a daily dose of love. That's it. It's nothing extreme. It's just daily dose of love. And just to get Elvis on YouTube as much as possible. And yeah, the more channels that are about Elvis, the more exciting it is. I love it. Morning, Adrian. Agnes, Michelle, do you have a makeup artist your fabulous brows look like? Oh, my brows look good today, do they? No, I'm not a makeup artist, but I do love doing my makeup. But yeah, my brows. And they were done quite early today, Agnes, because the kids were back to school. So we were up at super time. Gemma, okay, cool. I love everything to do with Elvis. I know you do, Gemma. And Joe. And Jimmy. What is the documentaries on Saturday? I was thinking Hallmark movies and thought, do you think Elvis was still alive? He'd have appeared in one like Dolly Parton. Oh my goodness, I wonder, Joe. I don't know what avenue you'd have went down in life if he'd have went down that lane. Because he was a family entertainer, and Elvis said many times, didn't he, it's about entertainment. So do you know, like, he wouldn't be putting his political views out there and his all of that kind of stuff, because there is entertainment, and you like to keep it separate. And then also, like, when he defended his films in 72, says like some of them were for entertainment purposes. So I think maybe you would have, when you think about it like that, because it's like a born entertainer. So yeah, maybe you would have. I would have watched it. because you know I am a Hallmark fan. You are too, aren't you, Joe? I love Dolly Parton. Ian. Hi, Ian. Hi, Michelle. It's Ian. 40 Ash Presley Place here. Nice to see you on your live chat. I'm off work so I can enjoy you better. Oh, you're off work for Christmas and stuff? I hope it's for Christmas holidays and nothing serious that you're off work for. But yeah, my husband went back to work today. He was a bit depressed as he was going. Dropped me off. I was like, oh, bye. Susie, Joe and Dolores, I'm so sorry you both are not feeling well. I hope you recover quickly. I know, bless them. The dreaded COVID. So many of us are going to have COVID now, though. Definitely. I had the Delta. So Omicron will be on its way. I think we'll all have Omicron very, very soon, won't we? We're just going to have to get used to it. What songs from the 80s would you have wanted Elvis to sing? Oh my goodness. Offhand, I don't know, from the 80s. The 80s isn't my favourite era. It would have been my favourite era if Elvis had been in it. That was the problem, say. That's the problem. Without Elvis. I'll have to think on that. What is yours, Elvis Austin? Yeah, I would definitely have. Oh my goodness, and me too. We'd be first in there watching the Hallmark, wouldn't we? How do you compare Elvis Presley to Buddy Holly in Fast Rockin' Song? How do I compare him? Well, I don't think there is a comparison, really, because it's hard to compare two different singers like that. And Buddy Holly was unique in his own right, and Elvis was unique in his own right. And there's a spot for everyone, as Elvis would say. Everybody has that spot. And Elvis is for everyone, so Elvis has something for everyone. I think that's why he has outlasted so many entertainers, why he peaks above other entertainers, is because he didn't just stay in the one genre. He changed. Who is it that is the ultimate changer? Is it like Madonna? They say that it's like she changes her style every time. And I always think when they say that, no, Elvis was that. Elvis was the king of that. Because he had just so many different styles. And if you don't like one style, you can like the other. But who doesn't like all of the styles? They're crazy. But yeah, I think Elvis was the king of that. Just changing it up. I only have Freeview and I don't have the Hallmark channel. Oh, Gemma, it's no on Hallmark. Joe was saying if Elvis had stayed, if he had not passed, if he'd been alive, sorry, then would he have maybe been in a Hallmark film? So Joe was just asking a question, I'm just thinking about it. Do you think he was Avenger? I don't know what that word is, John, in rock and roll songs. A danger in rock and roll songs? 80s Elvis Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins would have been epic. I haven't heard that one. I'm going to have to look at that. Hi, Rick. Hello. How are you? I hope you're fantastic. I've seen you've been uploading all through Christmas. I have caught a few, but I will get right back into it now that the kids are back to school and life is a little bit less crazy. Well, first one would be Lady, Sounds of Silence, The Dance, The Shake, just for starters. I'm going to have to go and listen to all of them now and just see. Are they full shows, though, that is on Saturday? I don't know, Gemma. BBC Two is on Freeview, isn't it? So you can just watch that on BBC Two. I'm just off work. 2 days I get off a week, sometime at the weekend, and 2 days in the week. Ah, right, Ian. So that's good. So it's just your days off then. That's good. As long as it's nothing else. Oh, good. I'm glad. Elvis A to Z is another channel for the new Elvis fans and for older Elvis fans and for any fan. It doesn't matter who you are. To pop on over and have a look at the channel because you're just going to learn loads. I have learned from a musical perspective and to listen differently, which is something that I like. My husband always tells me off about this because I'll get the words wrong on, you'll see it when I'm miming to Elvis, I'm getting the words wrong loads of times. And my husband always says, the reason why you get the words wrong is because you don't listen enough. And so it's that musical, it's like that listening part where you have to listen. Even though I've heard the songs a billion times, it's the listening. So yeah, you've taught me a little bit more about that. And it or just not taught me, but just made me more aware of it. Elvis singing Footloose. Oh, that one for sure. Wouldn't that have been epic? Footloose. And like a wee video with it as well. Oh man, yeah, that's a point. I like that. Danielle, of course you have, Michelle. Danger Zone is from Top Gun. Oh, for goodness sake. Highway to the Danger Zone. I know it. Yeah, Danielle, you got me. You got my back there. Of course. I love that song. I don't like Buddy Holly too much because he suffered off an illness that's got relationship with his mouth. Did he? It sounded like the woman from Vicar of Dibley. You did, have you? Anybody know Vicar of Dibley from the UK? Oh my goodness, I didn't know about that. Are they full shows on YouTube? What do you mean, Gemma? What full shows? Do you mean like the people we were talking about? So Ashley's Adventures and Elvis is the Man and stuff like that. They're all like YouTubers. Is that what you mean? Pop back and let me know. The Lighthouse song is the best for Elvis. Oh, I love that song. It's just divine. You can listen to it constantly. I'd love to see Roy and Elvis doing a duet in the 80s. Jimmy. Oh my goodness. Now that would have been epic. That's something that I know the Colonel kept him as a recluse, Elvis, that mysterious figure who didn't do like things, but I would absolutely love to have seen Elvis on the Jimmy Carson show. Oh my goodness, I'd love to have seen him doing stuff like that. Wouldn't that have been epic? And to have like a Christmas, at Christmas time, we watched the Frank Sinatra special, we watched, oh gosh, what, I nearly said James Dean Martin show. Oh my god, it was epic. And I know that we don't want Elvis, because I said to Di, why would Elvis not have done that kind of show? And Di was like, it's just no made for it. And it's because he's so cool. But Dean Martin was cool, but it's a different kind of cool, isn't it? It's so interesting. But I loved the Dean Martin Christmas show. I was all over that. So yeah, there's different fans out there who want different things from Elvis. It's mad, because my husband was like that. Elvis could never do that show. Never. And I was like, I would love it. We're all different. I like Elvis much better. Sorry, but not because of his voice. Oh, Fernando, of course. I love Elvis better than everybody. I mean, there's not one single person in this world that I think is a better singer than Elvis Presley. No, I love Elvis better than Buddy Holly. I don't even really listen to Buddy Holly. But in response to your question, they're just different styles of singers, and I wouldn't want to poop all over another singer because Elvis was so kind to other singers. So I try and be kind like he is. So yeah, but definitely I prefer Elvis. Makes you appreciate how great he was at producing his own songs. That's another thing that you've taught me as well, Elvis A to Z. A lot of that in the production side that I hadn't even thought of, and it's been interesting to really just learn about that, and I thank you very much for that from your channel, because I think you're going to teach a lot of people a lot of things, and I hope you get really big on YouTube. You totally deserve it. The Wings of Pegasus was really good about Elvis and not being auto-tuned. I absolutely loved that video. I love Wings of Pegasus. He's a great channel too. He's great. I watch him on lots of the different singers, not just Elvis. So I watch him when he does Michael Bublé and all of these different singers. It's so interesting. I find him epic. Let's see. Roy and Elvis doing Crying. That would be just another world, wouldn't it? That would have been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Leslie! A Happy New Year! Happy New Year. I hope you have a fantastic one. We'll hopefully see each other this year. I hope. Lovely Susie, thank you. Wish Elvis and Dean Martin would have done a duet. Me too. See, even if like my husband's saying Elvis couldn't do or shouldn't have done a Christmas show like the Dean Martin one. Now, okay, fair enough. But he could have went on the Dean Martin show, couldn't he? That would have just been, oh, if we'd just seen him more. Oh man. But then if you look at Johnny Cash's Christmas show and stuff that he did, they weren't as like over the top schmaltzy. They were a bit more cooler. Yeah. Right, let me see. Yes, I'm Fernando. What I have just said, it's a relationship with his talking about her breath didn't smell so good. You know what I'm talking about? Right, I don't. Maybe I will after this and I'll be like, it's just because it's live. I'm like, trying to think. Michelle, have you seen on YouTube the deep faking videos they show on YouTube? Yes, I have. The technology's amazing. That's what excites me most about it, is the technology rather than the actual thing, because impersonator bodies and Elvis's head on it. But the technology's exciting. And I love the guy who does it. Is it, gosh, Luigi? He's an amazing guy. I really like him. I'm learning a lot as I do them. Elvis A to Z, I love that. And I love that you just said that, because that is right. I've loved, you've loved Elvis for years, and you've seen Elvis. I mean, gosh. But I've loved Elvis as well since I was about 4 years old. And I went through in my teens massive stage of learning everything about him, reading every single book that I had. And I felt my knowledge was really, really getting better. But then as I had my first marriage, it kind of waned because he didn't really like Elvis, so he didn't do as much Elvis things. But I was constantly learning, but not as intense. Then I met Di, and my learning just jumped up in insane amounts. I was learning and learning and learning constantly. And then now, as I started my YouTube channel, I'm learning and learning and learning and learning again. And I'm like, wow, this is just constant. And you're just constantly learning. But you know, that thing of saying, yeah, I am still learning. I love that. Because I love people admitting that. And it's good because it's true. Because you just never stop learning on Elvis. It's insane. Let me go back. Sorry, guys. Yes, another trip, Leslie, I would love it. Gemma, no full shows that is on tonight and Saturday. What is the documentary called that's on Saturday? Me too, Michelle, learn a lot from him. Yeah, definitely, Joe. Paul, Vicar of Dibley. Yeah, so you watched it. Oh, I just watched every episode over Christmas. So did I. The one where she's eating all the sprouts and she has to go and eat at every house. I think I watched that 3 times this Christmas. Oh, I love it. Such a good show. Right. I'm a selfish Elvis fan. I only want to hear his glorious voice alone, not a duet, except for Lisa Marie. That's just my opinion. Oh, it's a beautiful opinion, Susie. And it's good to be a selfish Elvis fan. You enjoy that. I know. Duets are, it's like remixes and stuff like that. Some will love them, some won't. We all love Elvis the same. It's just certain things don't tickle our ears as well as other people's. Mrs. EAP, hello! Happy New Year, Michelle. You can't beat Elvis and Lisa Marie. Oh, stunning. I just did Elvis and Priscilla video. I made it yesterday. It's going up on next Monday, I think, 17th. I'm so nervous about it because you get such bad negative comments if you do anything Priscilla. But I'm sticking to my guns and I'm putting it up because guess what? Elvis was married to Priscilla and they've had a child together. And it's part of Elvis history. So it's going up on the 17th, but be prepared, guys, to maybe see some negative comments in the comment section. As long as they're kind, nothing horrible, I'll leave the negatives up there so you can see them. But if they're nasty, I will have to delete. Okay, what is it? Oh, sorry, Gemma, you're talking to Joe. Have a nice day. I don't understand everything, but Elvis speaks all languages. Oh, Dennis, I know it's so tough without the translation. I don't know how to do it. And the subtitles, I wish I did. So I would definitely get subtitles up for you and other people. Oh, Leslie, never stop learning about Elvis. You're right. Never ever stop learning. It's like an ongoing process. You think you've learned this and then, but my memory's terrible. I honestly can read a chapter in a book and then I forgot it by the next day. It's terrible. So you can't ever really judge. You can't really trust me because my memory is awful. Welcome. Oh, sorry, are you, let me go back. Roy offered Elvis crying and Only the Lonely, but wasn't happy with the vocal on them and suggested he record them himself, and the rest is history. Roy singing those songs are pretty epic. I mean, it's hard to imagine anybody else singing them because his voice is beautiful. And that's what Elvis was as well, was generous with other singers. So he respected other people's voices and never thought, oh, I'm better than you. And I just absolutely love it. Right. Viva Las Vegas tonight, and I think they're on BBC 4. Is that what people are, is it BBC 4 Channel 4? I'm hearing so much I've not heard before in Elvis A to Z. Fabulous. You're right, Leslie. So have I. And I think his channel should be massive, and I hope so. Same here, I was 4 years old last time I heard Elvis and I was possessed by him right away, 30 years ago now. Ah, Jimmy, so you're 34? Well, you must be 30, 30 years ago now. Oh, I'm 6 years older than you. Gemma, what's the right, you're talking to Joe, sorry Gemma. Danielle, it's like he lived 100 lives in his short 42 years, it's insane, he's larger than life. Danielle, honestly, it's quite mind-blowing when you think about it, to put that much into a life. It's insane. He stuffed so much in there. Bless him. I've met Priscilla and Jerry, held her hand, she was so lovely, Michelle. I love that. I met Priscilla at the pantomime and she was absolutely gorgeous, and I met Jerry in Austria and Jerry held my hand as well. Priscilla didn't. I didn't get to hold her hand, which is so disappointing. But my mum did. But I got to hold Jerry's hand and he was so sweet and lovely. He'd signed my book. Just a nice guy. So Michelle, are you team Priscilla or no? See, the worry is, the thing is on social media, right? I'll be honest. I'm a bit like, I hate confrontation. So it's very difficult because, and it's kind of like Elvis maybe, like in how he thought, if you put out there what you believe in or what you are, you get criticised for it. So it's very difficult to, and I'm in no way comparing myself to Elvis. But what I'm saying is, if you say you're one thing, you can get really criticised heavily. I put up a picture on Instagram, and it was a picture of Elvis and Priscilla together at New Year's Eve, and I put it up on my YouTube as well. And on YouTube I didn't get hardly any bad comments, but on Instagram, holy moly, it set up a big row. People slagging off Priscilla, saying horrible things. And then I thought, well, I can say what I like as well, because that person's saying that they don't like it, Priscilla, so why can't I say what I think? So guess what, Elvis Austin, I'm pro. I'm pro Priscilla, I always have been. I love Priscilla. I spent 2 hours in a car just to go and see her in pantomime and meet her. I would want to meet her tomorrow. I respect her. I like her a lot. And like all of Elvis's female loves, yeah, so yeah, I am pro. We'll wait for the bad comments. Sometimes you think you just have to be brave and just take the bad comments. Love your YouTube shorts, Elvis Lass. Oh, thanks, see, I love doing it. I wasn't sure whether I should do a shorts channel, do you know, like an Elvis Lass shorts? Because I love doing shorts and I don't want to do them every day in case you guys get like really annoyed having that every day. Because some channels do shorts every day and I get annoyed with them. So I was thinking I might do an Elvis Lass shorts channel. So let me know what you think. If you think that's a good idea, or just keep them on this channel and do them every 2 or 3 days, something like that. We'll see what everyone thinks on that one. All right, let's keep going. I'm going back. Elvis Austin, I don't think people should take sides between Elvis and Priscilla. Right, so do you mean, so just don't take sides? So don't be pro or, is that what you mean, Leslie? Right, I'm back to the team, okay. And let's go back. Me too, Daniel, I love him so much. I agree, Daniel, it still wasn't long enough for us though. He wanted to live forever, yeah. We wanted him to live forever, for sure. Never long enough. You seen when Betty White passed the other day, 99, and it wasn't long enough. She wasn't on this planet long enough. A woman like that, she deserved to be here for years and years and years longer. What a girl. Okay, let me go. I agree, Leslie, she's never stopped loving him. Oh, right, I've missed this. I think I missed you, Leslie, there. How's Agnes? She's absolutely great. She's through having a cup of tea. The girls made her omelette and she's had that. And now she's having a cup of tea with a Bakewell. So she's just chilling. So I said to her, I'm going to quickly go through for a wee quick live. And then I've got to go and do some housework and get lunch and dinner ready. Happy New Year! I met Charlie Hodge and Jerry Schiff and they had a long interview with me. Oh, very nice. Kisses from Milan. Thank you, Viva Elvis. I met Charlie and Jerry Schiff as well, but not for a long interview. It was just like, do you know when you pay for a meet and greet thing and you have to go down the line? I mean, they were nice and they talked to me for a little bit and I got pictures with them. I'll have to do a video on who I've met. It's just like people I've met. Because may as well. it was because it's fun and I can talk about it and stuff. I'll do that. I'll get that cracking. Right, I'm going back. Sometime you have to be. All right, Elvis and Leslie, you're talking to each other. Right, I understand it. But he does, Susie. Look at him bringing us all together. I know, Danielle, you're right. It's forever, isn't it? He's bringing us all together now. I just wish he was here to see it. But if you are believing in a lovely, beautiful afterlife, then he's watching us now. John, have to go to work, Michelle. Oh, it was lovely to see you, John. Take care of yourself, and I hope work goes well for you. Elvis said, just finished reading Welcome to My World. You'll be thrown into the story. Read it all in one sitting and wanted more. Exactly. This is Leslie's book, and I did a giveaway in December for the Cardinal, Christmas Cardinal, and her books are just amazing, and it's exactly what Rick just said then. You are immersed into it as a fan, because at a level of a fan, so you can feel what Leslie's writing down because you felt it in your heart before, and that's the only way I can experience or explain it. Because other books, you might read it and it's at a superficial level, whereas these books by Leslie, it's like you're in it because you felt it. That's how I would explain it. It's very, very amazing, really. I just mean Elvis wouldn't want people to take sides, Leslie. I get you completely. This is what I said onto my Instagram because people were going terrible and saying and there was a lovely girl who was on there really defending him, Priscilla, and I was like, good on you. And I never defended her enough back, but I didn't see the replies until late. So anyway, and what I wrote at the bottom, and I had to just write this, look, Priscilla is the mother of Elvis's child, an only child. So therefore, respect has to be given. Whether you like the person, whether you don't like the person, you don't need to like everybody. But respect has to be given. And I also put at the end of it, Elvis could have said anything he wanted about Priscilla. That's up to him. He is married to her, or was married to her. But I think he would have kicked people's butts if they were slagging her off. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you can say something about the person you love, but if someone else says something, you're like, hey, enough of that. I can say what I want, but you can't. And I think Elvis had that kind of strong masculine attitude. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I don't think Elvis would wanted us to take sides. So I guess it's not team yes, team no. It's you can not like somebody. You can like somebody, but be respectful. That's all it takes. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Sorry, going off on a tangent. Let's go back. Most of Elvis's films, hiya Cole, are on iTunes today. $4.99, have been $7.99 for a couple of years. Oh, awesome. I saw, oh gosh, Stay Away Joe was on there for $7.99 a while back. I might go and buy that. Thank you, Cole. Love that. Hi, Michelle. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. Hi, Daniel. I did. I hope you did too. So sad about Betty White. Oh, hi, Jennifer. I know, absolutely devastated to hear that news. It was just so sad. Charlie used to play in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee when I had a condo. Got to chat with him a few times. He's loyal to Elvis. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Betty White was great. She absolutely was. Happy New Year, Jennifer. Oh no, Leslie, Welcome to My World. I finished it. I finished that one. It's the Christmas Cardinal that I started when I was with you, and then I didn't finish that one. But I finished Welcome to My World. It's sitting up on my Proud of Place, and I will do a review on it. 1,000,000%. One Monday it will come up. I promise. But yeah, I definitely finished that one. It's absolutely brilliant. I loved every single part of that, and I can't wait to do a review. So I promise I will do a review really, really soon and get that up on my channel. Hi, Michelle. Her short stories are all great. I absolutely agree. Susie, I agree, Leslie. Priscilla's done so much to honour his legacy. She's lovely, and Elvis would not want her to be attacked. You're so right. I'd love to meet anyone who's associated with Elvis. Jimmy, yeah, it's just fab because you get a different perspective from so many different people. Betty White was my kind of girl. Yeah. Danielle, I can feel that Betty was your kind of girl. I don't know. I just feel that from you. You and her are like kindred spirits, because I just don't know. I felt that. And I totally understand when you said that, kindred spirits. Hope you like the new one. Leslie, your new one sounds amazing. And these little tidbits, oh, again, immersed into another amazing story. Can't wait to buy it. Betty White was the classiest star. They could all learn from her. You're so right. There's never been a negative about Betty White. Never. I've been watching loads of interviews about her since she passed. It's weird. The day before she passed, I was on a mega tangent with her videos, and I was like constantly talking about her to my husband. I was constantly watching her videos, and only last month or a few months ago I started on Golden Girls again, and I watched the whole of series 1. Just so strange. And then when I heard she had passed the next day, I was just absolutely devastated. It was so sad. Oh, Elvis Austin, I totally understand. You're definitely, and why I went into a tangent about my Instagram with Priscilla, I shouldn't have done that, because I've went negative too, haven't I? Which is not the way you should do it. So you're right. No, I understand you're not being negative at all. You're just wanting an opinion. An opinion is cool. So yeah, I'm pro. I had to go into it because I didn't know whether to say pro or not, because you then get like people saying something negative and it gets me, and I don't know what to say back. I'm just not confrontational at all. Ciao, bravissima. Bye. Bye. I'm going to see a show in Sheffield City Hall. It's not Elvis impersonator show, but it's very good. It's called Circus of Horrors. Oh, sounds interesting, Ian. Suze Leslie, I always say people wouldn't say nasty things about Priscilla to his face. You're right, Leslie. There you go. Absolutely true. Spot on. My Elvis channel. Happy New Year to you and your family. Happy New Year to you too. Where can I buy your books, Leslie? Michelle speaks so highly of you. Mrs. EAP Elaine. So Elaine, I have done a video on Leslie's stories and all the stuff that she sells, because she makes lots of amazing things, Elvis related things. It's just unbelievable, such a talent. So I have done a video, so if you pop back or just put in Elvis Lass Leslie Pillen, you'll then get a few of my videos that I've done, and all the links will be in the description bar in that one. Right, he gifted him, Leslie, I know I will, and I can't wait for it. Happy New Year, Jennifer. I hope you have a fantastic year. If you message Michelle, she'll put you in touch. I will, Elaine, I will. Wow, Fernando, have I missed? He gift, oh yeah. Wow. I know, Joe, you're right. Did anyone see Yola on Jules Holland Annual Hootenanny? It'll be an iPlayer, I expect. I'm not happy in the direction the film is going, but watch. No, wait, Cole, I never saw it. Right, I'm eager beaver now. I'm off to watch it. I'll be going off this live within 2 seconds to go watch it. No, I didn't see it. I didn't watch the Hootenanny. We put it on for like 2 seconds, and then I put it over to the Scottish channel to see the pipers. Because pipers at New Year for a Scottish person is a must. You've got to listen to the pipes. They give you the goosebumps. So yeah, all my children had to sit and listen to pipers. So yeah, I will definitely go and look at that. I'm excited. Michelle, did you see? Well, I'm not excited if it's a negative, like you've just said, but I want to have my own interpretation in that. I'll check. Michelle, did you see the picture? Leslie, I saw it, and I went like this. I showed it to Di, turned it around, and went, look, there's another reason why I love Betty White. She had her Dachshunds. I swear that woman. Oh, do you know, there's another woman that I loved as well, Doris Day. And I would say Doris and Betty were just two of the most glorious women in the industry. I wrote to Doris so many times in Carmel, where our little hotel was, because she had a dog hotel as well. She had dogs that could go to the hotel, and I had my 2 dogs, and I wrote to her so many times asking for an autograph, and I never ever had a reply. And I don't think that's anything to do with Doris. That would just be where my letters went. Who knows where they went? But my goodness, if I could have met either one of those women, it would have been the happiest thing of my life. Or if Elvis had worked with either of those women, that would have been my dream. I just love them. Right, oh, brilliant, Elaine. Just get in contact with me. See, I wanted to meet Billy Smith's kids at Spa Guy's new dojo museum, but they quit doing the tours a few months back. I figured they wouldn't last long. Oh, have they? But what about the older brother or the younger brother? It's not Danny. I know that Danny's not doing it. But is the one who, the police officer? Forgive me, my memory is terrible. But isn't he still doing tours? Oh, let me know. That's interesting. I wonder what's happening there. Hello, Dee Dee. Elvis bought a lot of things for people. Exactly. Unbelievable. His generosity was insane. And like me and Leslie talked about this at our meeting, the generosity was way back in his childhood. He was still generous. It wasn't about money. It was about his generous spirit and his heart. And some people are like that. My son, I've got 2 sons. Garen has not got that in him. Eddie has. Eddie's got an inbuilt generosity that is, you either have it or you don't. You can learn to become sharing, like you can share things as you grow older. But Eddie had it in from a child. So when he was 4, we went to Cardiff on the train. And he bought this amazing light thing that he loved and loved and loved. And he was obsessed with it. We got on, a little girl liked it who's only about 1 or 2. And he said, Mummy, I'm giving that to that little girl. And I went, Eddie, we've just spent a tenner on it and you love it. And he went, no, she deserves that. I want her to have it. And I allowed him to do it, even though we'd spent money on it, and he loved it because that was his heart. And honestly, I think generosity is built in, and Elvis had that in him. So it wasn't just the money, is what I'm saying. Joey's the younger brother. Yes, Leslie. My memory would never have allowed me to remember his name was Joey. Yeah, Joey, police officer. Yeah, well, so let me see. Is he still involved then? Let's see. Oh, thanks, Ian. What do you think of the deepfakes? Earl, I like the deepfakes. I don't watch them regularly. They're not something that I watch every day. But I think the technology is exciting. Very exciting. Joe, can't beat the Pipers. You're right, you can. Thanks, Michelle. Hope things get better with the COVID situation. My goodness, I hope so, Jennifer. Honestly. Right, I'm back to the start. Let's go back here now then. I love Doris and Betty. Oh, me too, Joe. YOLO, right, second appearance was about an hour and a half in. She claims her character is sister someone, can't recall. Claims she invented rock and roll and never got the credit. But this film puts it right. Okay. Cole. That's... okay. Okay. That's interesting. It's going to take a bit to think about that one. I'm going to go straight away and watch that. Right. So interesting. I'm kind of like, what's that going? What road's that going down? What road is that going down? Okay. Jimmy, Billy Smith are still with us for a lot more years, I hope. Oh, I pray. I love Billy and Joe. The when a dear subscriber Karen was sick, I love my lovely friend Leslie, who is a friend to Karen also in the comment section things on YouTube. She put up on her Facebook page, and Joe and Billy, well Leslie will tell you in the comments here, that they commented. Just lovely. It's just lovely, lovely, lovely people. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're okay. Oh, thanks, James. Happy New Year to you. I hope you're okay. I wonder if Betty White was an Elvis fan or had met him. I know, Jennifer. I've been scouring things. I haven't heard anything from any of the interviews I've watched so far. But that doesn't mean that they're not in it, because I've not watched half the interviews that Betty's done. So there might be one out there that she's talked about Elvis. If there is, send it to us. And I'll send it to you if I get it. I watch Billy and Danny Smith YouTube channels. Oh, me too, Gemma. I love Billy and I love Danny. Personally, I wouldn't want to see the ambulance they have on display, but that's just me. Exactly, Leslie. If I went to the Dojo Museum, I wouldn't go and see the ambulance. That's my choice as well. I wouldn't want to see the one that my most precious gift in my life was my father. And I wouldn't want to see the ambulance that he went off. And he's as precious to me as Elvis is. So, well, more. He's my father. So I wouldn't want to see the ambulance. No. So yeah, I'd be the same. I wouldn't want to see it. I would go to the Dojo Museum. I do like the jungle room type furniture. I'd love to sit in there and have a cup of tea. But yeah, I wouldn't want to see the ambulance. Billy and Joe have their own YouTube channel, Elvis Fans Matter. Yeah, they broke off as well from, so obviously if anybody's watching and hasn't watched the Billy Smith's channel, he's changed now because it was the Memphis Mafia Kid with Danny, which is still going and still operation, and Danny still does his videos, but he used to have his mother and father on the channel, but now it's Elvis Fans Matter, so you'll find Joe and Billy on there. So pop on over to that one and get back on with them. It's a brilliant channel, and you're going to find out loads of information because they're the closest source to Elvis. Billy was with Elvis for his whole life. So yeah, you're going to get lots. And from Billy's perspective as well. So that's always what you have to remember. This is Billy's perspective. And yeah, it's interesting. The ambulance video gave me the chills. Oh, I know, Rick, I agree. When they found it, I watched it, definitely. And when I seen it, I wouldn't want to go in it. But that video where they found it was chilling. Yeah, you're right. And I did watch it. Hi, James. Elvis Austin, I think it was just his sons doing him. Then Danny said he didn't want to drive to Memphis anymore. I figure Joey the cop is probably the same, but he hasn't said on either of their channels. I know, I haven't heard it either. Interesting. We'll see maybe on the January celebrations when Spy Guy does some videos at the dojo. We'll see what is happening, who's there. I think Danny's definitely not going to the January celebrations. He announced that, didn't he? And neither is Billy and Joe Smith. They are not going to the January celebrations from what I hear. But forgive me if I'm wrong there, if I've picked up the wrong. But I'm sure I heard that. They won't be there for the January one. DD, years ago I remember hearing that Elvis gave a woman a gold Cadillac. He was always giving people things because he had a good heart. You're so right. Glad they found it, but I just think they shouldn't be on display, but that's just me. Leslie, I think a lot of people feel that. I don't think there's many people who don't think that. Who would want to walk in an ambulance? I don't know. You have to think of it from the most precious person in your life. Would you want to walk in the ambulance that they passed away in? And if the answer's no, then maybe best not to go into Elvis's one either. But everybody is different and we all have different perspectives. Some people look at it as more of a historical point of view rather than an emotional point of view. I'm an emotional person, so I would look at it emotionally and cry, and I don't want that. Whereas other people maybe look at it in a different manner, and that's up to them, isn't it? Like you said, each to their own. Crisada, hi, Happy New Year. Yes, Joe and Billy sent their love to Karen. They're such special people. I know, Leslie. I thought that was absolutely beautiful when they did that. Kind of like the bedroom. Yes, Rick, exactly true. It's kind of like the bedroom. If you want to go up there or into the toilet, you're going to have certain people who want to do that and other people who never think it should be open. I don't think it should ever be open. I would never go up there. But that's my choice, isn't it? And other people have their own choice. But there's no choice to be had because no one can go up there. But still, very interesting. Elvis Austin wondered about that. That's not good for business. Or you're talking to C, sorry. Cole, Sister Rosetta Sharp, that's who Yola plays. Yes, I've seen it in the cast list. I'm absolutely fuming about this film already. I think it's going full on woke and going down the race route. Well, I do feel it is the race route. Not the race route, I don't want to say that. I feel like it is going down that influence. Because there's lots of influence in the 50s. That's the heck of a lot of influence that Elvis is getting, because Elvis is born in amongst Tupelo in a poverty-stricken area, and there's lots of black people, white people, all mixed in together who are in poverty. So yeah, it's going to be hard not to go that way, but it's how they do it as well. I don't want to be. It's the worry of this whole thing of stealing music, which is your worry where Elvis is going to be on that. So that's going to be mega interesting. I'm going to go off and listen to that for sure. Michelle, I'll have to go now. Oh, see you later, Adrian. Thanks so much for joining in. The bedroom should always be out of bounds, in my opinion. Yeah, the Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel, he did a video on that, about the bedroom and whether it should be open to the public or not. And it's a really interesting live. I would really recommend you go watch that, because you get a lot of different people's opinions, and there's loads of people who are all for it and they give their reasoning for it. So it's really interesting to watch. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, my opinion is the same as yours. Do you think Anne Margaret was Elvis's true love? I don't think Elvis's true love. I think a real passionate love, and maybe one that hadn't happened for him. So when passion happens, it's like it takes you off in a whirlwind of amazingness. And you can love somebody and maybe not have the passion. So maybe because I can't ever speak for Elvis because I didn't know Elvis and I can only assume. So little things like Priscilla, I always assumed was a gentle love and a love that grew out of vulnerability. When he's alone in Germany, he was on his own and he'd just lost his mother. And that kind of love of having an American as well in a strange country that he hadn't been to before. And so that vulnerability is how they sparked their love. But then you have Anne Margaret where I see passion, so but not enough passion to continue on. And I don't think either of them would have been good for each other because Anne had her own demons also and Elvis had his demons. So I think together it might have been a bit of a struggle. But that is all assumptions because I don't know. The only person that can answer this is Elvis, isn't it? And he's not here, which is so sad. I really hope not, Cole. I know, Joe. It's interesting. Mega interesting. Have you seen Circus of Horrors? No, I haven't. I haven't. Grown-ups only. Well, I'll have to look into it. It sounds cool. Must be hard for Billy and Joe seeing the ambulance. I'm emotional like you, so I would just avoid it. Yeah. I can't imagine how Billy and Joe feel. I mean, we're fans and we feel it at a fan level. They feel it at a family level. So it's like when it would be your father or a loved one. It's a different feeling, isn't it? And so if we feel emotional for a fan level, holy moly, how you'd feel at a family level is beyond me. I can't even imagine it. Just the thought of seeing him in the ambulance brings so much sorrow. I know. Oh, nice talking to you, Elvis Austin. Take care of yourself and thanks so much for your interesting questions. Really enjoyed them. Joan, I definitely wouldn't go up if it was open. No, I wouldn't either, for sure. The other rooms up there should be open. Oh, do you think so, Jimmy? You'll have to go and listen to the Elvis Ultimate Fan channel who did a story on, or did a video on that, live. It was really interesting. With loads of different points of view. I just think the new film may be sensational and things. Hope not. I know, Leslie, I think there is going to be an element of sensationalism because it's how you sell a movie, innit? But let's just hope it's not too bad. Ooh, it's a worry. It really does worry you. We need a great film that's accurate. I know, and in some ways, like I've just said that, and then I wanted to take that back right away about the sensationalism, and what I said then, because Elvis doesn't need it, does he? Because his whole life was sensational. So you just follow Elvis's life, and you've got a cracking story. You don't need to add stuff in. There's no stuff that needs to be added in when it's Elvis. So yeah, I get what you mean. It's totally right. Cold, what movie are you talking about? I missed that. Is someone replied to you? Yeah, the new biopic, Rick. It's about, so we have a Hootenanny show by Jules Holland on BBC in the UK, and it comes on at midnight, obviously, for New Year's Eve. And the lady that is playing Rosanna Sharp was on it. So she is talking about what her interpretation of her part in the movie. So she's talking about her part that she is playing in the upcoming biopic. So, but I haven't seen it. I didn't see the Hootenanny show either, so I'm going to have to pop on over and have a look at it before I can really speak about it, because Cole's just let me know that on this live. So I'll have to look into it and see. Hi, Mark. Oh, well, hi in Korea. Nice to see you here. I don't think Elvis ever found love. He was infatuated a lot. But love never knocked on his door, just my opinion. I know, and that can happen for so many people. I don't know if anybody's watches the Carry On films. They're from Britain. I'm obsessed. I love all Carry On movies. Well, Joan Sims, I was looking into her, and she never found love her whole life. And I just think, oh, what a shame. She had a few relationships, but she didn't. And it's that kind of thing, to find that lightning love. and the one that changes your whole mindset and your whole life. And if Elvis had had more time on this earth, he'd have found his lightning love. He'd have definitely found her. It just takes time, doesn't it? And maybe, just maybe, one of them that had been in his life already would maybe have come back around. You just don't know. Because with time and with life, everything changes. Elvis says that himself, isn't it? With a little bit of time, you just become a better human being and become different. So yeah, it's really interesting. I'm sure he'd have found someone, just didn't have long enough to find someone. No, it's the new movie. Yeah, Joe, it's definitely the new movie, isn't it? Of course he was influenced by black musicians, and yes, should have rightful credit. You're right, excellent. But with Hollywood, they're using race for political reasons. I don't want Elvis used for a woke political reason. Totally get you, Cole. Totally get you. Understand what you're saying completely. And yeah, you have to talk about race. You got it. There's no other way about that. It's how it's done. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think there's going to be some interesting. Oh, getting nervous. This movie's 2022 is for the movie, and this is going to be a big one. And we just have to hope it. But another interesting point that I heard, somebody said, this movie is not for us. It's not for us. It's for the general public. And if we can get, and even saying that, we have to, has to be good. Because if it's not for us and it's for the general public, then we need it to be right. We need it to be no points making, none of that jazz. It needs to be right. So yeah, I get you. Oh. Hope it shows Elvis's compassion and generosity. Only genuine fans know about this. Media just like to emphasise the drugs, which mainly prescribed for his illnesses. Yep. 1,000,000%. Has to be. And as long as it's basic, you're going to have a sensational story at a basic level. This is Elvis Presley. They don't need to have gimmicks and woke political things. No, we don't need that. You absolutely agree. I missed the first part. I'm with you about the movie. I hope it's not another tabloid. Yeah, we don't need tabloid. I don't know. I see love between Elvis and Priscilla. Joe, me too. You cannot. Do you know, like, the 21st birthday, her 21st birthday, you can't see love there. Of course there's love. Elvis touching her belly on the beach. There's love. There's complete and utter love. I see a more vulnerable love that maybe has grown, and that maybe would have came back in time. You never know. You never know with a little bit of time. But with Anne Margaret, I see like a passionate love. So, but there's all different types of loves, isn't there? And hey, he didn't stay with Anne Margaret. He went back to Priscilla. And many people now will come at me and say, yeah, there was a reason why that happened. I understand, I know. But I choose to believe there's loads of love. So yeah. Wait a minute, ladies, I was to be his forever love. Susie, I know. What are we talking about? We're all his forever love. Oh, here we go. Me. Leslie, I know. We were talking about that at our weekend away, what we would do if we met Elvis. And my dream, because I love food and stuff, I'd love to just sit and eat a meal with Elvis, or go and get his famous Denver sandwich. That's what I would love to do with Elvis. So everyone's different. I don't think I'd like to be with Elvis romantically, because I have my husband. I'd rather have my husband, but I'd love to sit and eat with him and talk with him and be his friend. I'd love to be his friend. That would be my biggest passion in life, to be Elvis's friend. Hello there. Hello. On the subject of movies and documentaries, how different the recent Beatles film was received by the media compared to the Elvis the Searcher. Still feel Elvis is not appreciated as should be. Paul, flippin' heck, that is the truth. Ain't that the truth? It just makes me boiling mad. I don't understand it. The Searcher was fun. The first part of The Searcher is absolutely epic. I don't like The Searcher Part 2. I'm not as keen on it. I don't think it's fair. But the Part 1 was just unbelievable. And I've watched it many times over. I really enjoy that. And you're right. It didn't get half the love that the Beatles thing got. And the Beatles is good documentary. I really enjoyed it. I loved it on Disney Plus. We've watched it, but yeah, Elvis deserves more. He just doesn't get it, and I don't understand it. Drives me up the wall. I agree. Yeah, Joe, I agree as well. What I read in Total Film Mag was that it's more about the times and Elvis as a backdrop. That's what I read as well, Cole. Exactly that. And then when they released that teaser trailer, it got me confused because I thought, well, that's all Elvis. There's nothing in there about any other artist or any other time. So it confused me really. I don't know, Baz is maybe wanting us to be confused. Maybe that's his whole thing of getting us to watch it. But yeah, it's weird. Danielle, I completely agree with you, Michelle. The problem was that he always had the same type of people gravitating around him. It's not like he could go to the supermarket and meet someone normal. You're right. Absolutely. You're right. That's a good point as well, Danielle. Like meeting the one. How do you meet someone when you're not going out because you can't go to a normal place or do a normal thing? Like I went to an Elvis dance and met my love of my life. So, and other people go to work and they meet their workmates and that becomes the love of their life. But how does Elvis do it? You maybe meet a certain type of people who Elvis wasn't interested in, a certain type of people, like, like showbiz types. So it might have been more difficult for him to fall for someone. And then if you're really famous like that, you maybe go for the prettiest girl in the room, which maybe isn't the person who's meant for you. So it might have been harder for people like Elvis, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, can you, Paul? Can you? Oh dear. That would make me emotional as well. Oh, I was watching Elvis and Me the other day and the actor who played Elvis. Oh, Jimmy, I hate him. I just absolutely hate him in Elvis and Me. That is sensationalist crap as well. Was I just sorry if you like it. No, I do. I like Elvis and Me as well. I've watched it a billion times over and I've read her book a billion times. But I just didn't like that guy that played it. It's him. He's the one that just puts a real derogatory feeling in my heart. I hate it. Can you imagine a film about Elvis and his generosity? A beautiful thing. I know, Susie, you're right. And do you know, I think it was on the Elvis Ultimate Fan channel. I think Steve said this. This is our last chance for an Elvis movie. Let's think about this. There's been the big Elvis movie with Kurt Russell. We've had a good few series now. This is the last chance for a big blockbuster. So this is it, folks. And come on, Baz, don't let us down. That's all we want. It's just something epic to just show how much Elvis was amazing. That's all we need. I enjoyed that part of Elvis. She loved their conversation. Oh, Joe, your mum had such amazing memories in her heart and in her head. I just love that. Even when I think of Priscilla, I think in her head, she has things like being close to Elvis, giving him a kiss and loving him. And she has that in her head. How lucky are they? Oh, I wished it was me. I would have liked to cruise around on motorcycles with Elvis around California. Oh, that's nice, Rick. That sounds nice. I love that. I heard that call too. Oh, I know I don't want to hear it. He'd love that cycle ride for sure. I don't like the actor. No, I don't. Yes, absolutely. He had his eyes trained to find the eternal beauties, but was his heart trained to find true beauty? Had he ever had a chance to find true beauty? Danielle, that is the deepest thing you can see, because your eyes would go to the most beautiful girl in the room, but was the person who was maybe not as beautiful, but was she the eternal beauty for him in his heart and in his soul? Hard to find the love of your life when you're in that kind of world. What a great time Elvis would have been just to have fun with him, riding horses, the golf carts, swimming, listening to the music you liked together, anything. I know, I loved that. When I met Leslie, we all had different things that we wanted to do. And I loved that because that's what a fan, everyone is so different. So I wanted to eat with Elvis. And Leslie wanted to do other things with Elvis. Sorry. No, and Jack wanted to ride with Elvis on the horses. And I just think that's absolutely beautiful. We all have different things that we want to do with Elvis. Although Leslie, I said Leslie would be a thinker with Elvis. Together. Thinking, reading, writing, together. I think that's how you guys would have done it. That's what my perception of Leslie and Elvis would have been. I know Mum was forever smitten. Oh, I bet she was. The lucky thing. But Joe, you have the memories of her telling you these memories, and that's beautiful as well. Does Jimmy, doesn't he? Oh, I said read to start with. I know you did, Leslie, and I did add that on at the end. Sorry. I went pure smut. I've been watching too much Carry On. Honestly, I have been watching way too much of Sid James. It's been insane. As much as I would like to have jammed on guitars with him, I like being outside. Yeah. I know, I think my husband is the same. He wants to jam with the guitars, but most probs he'd probably like to do the riding round as well. What would I be with Elvis in your opinion? Right, Danielle. I see you as one of the guys. That's what I see you. I see you as like the fun part, and maybe getting up to mischief or going places like Vegas. I just see that. Is that right or is that wrong, Danielle? Would you consider that yes? I would see you as the fun part because you're fun. I think you're fun, but you've also got soul. So I think maybe it would be fun but with soul added on. Yeah, I see naughty Danielle. I do. I see a little bit of naughtiness. But like I say, you've helped me in some of my hardest times, and said some amazing things that's made me really think. So I think there would be soul added on. You've spent too much time with me, Jack, Leslie. No, I went down. I went down that route. But I added on at the end before you said 1,000,000% the reading part. I see that 1,000,000%. I would say ride horses and sing with him and try to sneak video and sound recorded. See, I like your thoughts. Michelle, do you think Elvis was the best looking man ever? He was the most beautifulest looking man, yeah. I'd say my husband's the most best looking man ever because I love him to bits. But Elvis is, of course, the most stunning looking thing I ever seen on picture, on film. But obviously I have to see my husband when I'm with him. But of course we can't not say he wasn't. I mean, Elvis was delicious and there's nobody who can replicate him. Just absolutely beautiful. What a man. I'd have loved to have hung out with him. Yeah, Joe. Just to like hang out and be his buds and stuff and get into loads of fun. Sent a post by Elvis Tours. I thought that was the guys on Instagram who sent me a notice. I do, Earl. Even men who met him said exactly. Loads of people said it. They said just like how much more beautiful he was in person as well, which is pretty epic. I would prettier than the rest of the guys. You 1,000,000%. You wouldn't be the guy. You'd be in there. Maybe you'd be the love of his life, Danielle. Maybe a little bit of naughty. Because you never know. The pretty one amongst them all. Oh, I know I'm saying mum again, but she said he was better looking in person. Yeah, I've heard that as well. And if your mum's saying that, then I agree. Sounds it. I think he was, definitely. Because if everybody said it, then it must be true. Do you know what I mean? It must be 1,000,000%. Right, I'm going to go, guys, because it's 11:06. So I've got to get cracking on and make some lunch. I would love to just talk about everything you wanted to talk about. Oh, me too, Jimmy. For sure. That would be amazing just to talk and eat. That's mine. What's the secret behind Elvis Presley and Margaret? What do you think of their love? Agnes, I don't know the secrecy. I think they just fell for each other, hook, line and sinker in passion, and then had a real good feeling for each other, and that's beautiful. I was 14 when I saw him in Vegas. I almost squealed like a schoolgirl when he walked out. Oh my goodness, absolutely brilliant, Rick. Great chats, Michelle. Take care. Been lovely spending time. It's been lovely today. Snowing here, is it? It's not snowing where. Hold on, let me try and turn you around. Oh, let's go out here. It's raining, but there is snow on the ground, but nothing else. So yeah, but the snow up on the mountains as well, on the hills. Right, I'm back to my seat. Okay, so see you all later, guys. I will be returning tomorrow with a quick video. It's just a quick one, and I'll put up a short. And then obviously the birthday celebrations with the 8th. I think I'm putting up a song tomorrow. I haven't filmed it yet, so there might be 2 videos up tomorrow, but we'll see. I probably just stare with my mouth agape. Yeah, if you're truthful, if we're all truthful rather, we probably all just faint. and scream like a girl, like Elvis had said. That's what we do. We'd all just squeal and then faint. If we're really truthful. Much snow here in Sweden. Oh, is it Jimmy? Oh gosh, I bet you're freezing. But you'll be used to it, won't you? All right. Bye everyone. Take care of yourself and I shall see you tomorrow. And let's hope 2022 is a good one. Bye everyone. Bye guys. Bye Earl. Bye Cole. Bye Agnes.